Hi, today I'm going to show you how to insert headers and footers in Word and how to edit them. I'm currently using Office 365 on a Mac and I'm using Word version 16.33. Okay, so I've just got my demonstration document up, which is fairly default if you were to insert normal paragraphs into a document. And as you can see at the moment, we have nothing at the top and the bottom of the page. Now, often headers are used for information such as you may have information about the author, page numbers, the date, or the department that the document's coming from. So the first thing we want to do is to identify our headers and footers, and at the moment they're invisible. So there's two ways you can access the headers and footers. The first way is, as you can see, you have margins here on your rulers. If you double click at the top of your document, then your headers and your footers will automatically appear. If I just double click off that, if you go to the Insert tab and go along to the header icon and click on the drop down, you'll be presented with a number of different header options. Now, you don't have to use any of these header options, but you can do if you see something that's suitable. Alternatively, if we just double click on our header, you will see that this tab appears at the top, header and footer. And if that appears, then it means that all of the subsequent icons you see below that refer directly to the headers and the footers. So if we just go ahead and look at our drop down here, and perhaps if we just click on the first option here, then if we just highlight this and we say we'll just put the date in. And if we double click off the header, you'll see that this goes a faint shade of grey. Now that therefore will go onto each page of your document. So if I just highlight, copy and paste this document, you'll see that I've now got the date on each page. Now alternatively, if you wanted to do something where you just simply insert the date automatically, then you can go along to your header and footer tab, and then you can go to this icon here which says date and time. And then once you've clicked on that, you'll be presented with a menu where you can choose your different types of dates. I just click on one of those. Now if you wanted to center this or you wanted to put it over to the right, then simply go to the Home tab, and then you can click on Center or Right Indent, and you can move that text around there. In addition, if you wanted to add something else, then something perhaps to the center of the document, just move that to the center and put some center text in. Oops. Now, in order to separate these two fields, if we click right and take that over to the right, then just press the space bar and then you can enter something into the center. Alternatively, if we just get rid of these two, you can go to the header and footer, click on header, go down to the second option here, which will allow you to type the different elements in the center, left or right. Now if you find that your headers, let me just insert something here so that we know where we are. If you find that your header is too narrow and you want to extend it because you want perhaps an address in here. Now if you decide that the text here is not in the place that you want it, you can move it up or down. If you go to the header and footer tab up here, and simply go along to these icons here. This obviously refers to your footer and this refers to your header, and just click on the arrow keys, and that will allow you to move your text up or down your document to where it suits you. And again for the footer, it's exactly the same. If we just click on the footer, then we'll automatically change to the footer. Alternatively, you can simply go to this icon here which says go to header, and once you're at the header, you just simply go to footer and it will go to the footer. Now, the most common thing people want to do in the footer is, of course, put a page number. So if you go up to your header and footer and go along to this icon here, it says page number, click on the drop down and click page number. Then you'll be presented with the menu here where you can select where you want your page number. Click on the drop down and you're given left, centre, right, inside and outside. So if we just click on centre and click OK, then we can pop our page number in at the bottom. And again, if you're not happy with where the page number is, you can simply come up to footer and then you just click on the arrows to move your page number down to where you want it. Of course, one of the things that people often talk about is how to have a different header for the first page. And it's quite simple to do by simply going up to your header and footer tab and clicking different first page. So if you didn't want your headers and your footers on your first page, but you wanted them to start on your second page, then of course you can do that by clicking that tab there. Now your page number currently starts at number 2. If you wanted that page number to start at number 1 or number 4, then there is a way in which to do it with regards to sections. If you do want to know how to do that, I will link the video below. Now, just to show you quickly, there are several different editing options that you do have when it comes to headers and footers. Many of those are the way that you would normally edit a document. So the first thing is how to change the size or the font of your page numbers. And just by simply clicking on your page number, you can then go up to the Home tab. You can press this, click this icon here, which says Increase Font Size. If you just click that, you can see my page numbers getting bigger, or you can simply just go to the drop down and enter in the value that you need. And then of course you can go along to the font and select any type of font that you choose. And again, the same with the footer. If I just click up here and let's just say that I want to increase the size of that title and then just change the font, I can do that too. Let's just make something a little bit more obvious. And then if I just click off, then you can see that my header has gone that lighter shade of grey. In addition to that, if you want to just get rid of these, just highlight them and just press delete. You can also insert. So if I click insert here, text box, I can draw a text box in my header and footer. And then I can just put some typing in. Let's just say I want to just move that to wherever I want. Okay, I want it over here. And then if I just go to the Home tab, I just go to uppercase, increase the font size, change the font size to red. Okay. And then I just click off. You can see that that box then becomes part of my header and footer. If it's some typing that you wanted to just be free floating and you wanted to get rid of that border, just double click on that box there, go to shape format, shape fill, drop down, no fill, shape outline, drop down, no outline. And what you'll find is that you just have that free floating text. Now this is actually quite useful because it just means that if the text isn't exactly where you want it on your piece of paper, then you can just move it around any way you like on your document. It's just a really useful tool to have for headers and footers. And again, you can do exactly the same. If I drag it down and put it down here and then just click off, you can see that obviously it's just gone a lighter shade there. That's to show that it's in your footer and that it will apply to each page. And I'll just demonstrate that. If I highlight the text, copy, and just paste for a third page, just reduce the size of my page here. And you can see that I've got that's applying to every page of my document. So I've excluded my first page and my text box here has been included on my next page because I've put it into my footer. So the other thing you can do is you can insert a picture or a logo if you wanted to into the header or the footer. So just to demonstrate, you first of all need to insert a text box. So what you need to do is you need to go up to the Insert tab, go along to Text Box, click on the drop down and click Draw Text Box. Now if you draw a text box here, By default, the background of this text box is white and the border is black. Now the reason I say this is because if you decided that your page should be a different colour, let's say it's black, you can see that text box there has come up as white. So I'll teach you a way in order to get rid of the background and the border. So in order to insert a picture, if you just click on your text box and you go to Insert, Picture, click on the drop down and click Picture from File. I'll choose this picture here and click Insert. Now when you insert this, you must make sure that your text box is selected, otherwise your picture will go into your document. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I've selected my text box, and I'm just going to reduce the size of it, and then I'm just going to move it to where I want it. You can increase and decrease the size of your picture and your text box by just simply dragging out the corners, but of course if you do that, then it's going to overlap the text of your document. So what I'm going to do is just, if that happens, just make sure you're clicked on the text box and not the picture. Just move it there. So if I click off now, you can see that I've got the border of the text box and the background default is white. So in order to get rid of this border and the background, if I just double click, I go to my header and I click on my text box, and again go up to the header, go up to shape format, go to shape fill and no fill, shape outline, no outline. And if you double click off, you can see now that I've got my logo or my picture. And again, for demonstration purposes, we'll just show you how that feeds on to the next page in your header. And again, if you need to, if you copy and then double click to your footer and paste, then you can see that your picture will appear. And here, go up to wrap text. It's not moving, and often this is the thing that frustrates people more than anything. If it's not moving, make sure it's highlighted, go to wrap text up here, click on the drop down and click tight, and then you can move it wherever you want to in your text. And again, that will filter through onto the rest of your document. So you can have pictures here or logos or anything of your choice, but I found that inserting it into a text box usually curtails the size of the image. Often when you just try to insert it straight into the header or the footer, it does tend to spread across the page, or it disappears, or there's all kinds of problems that happen to it. So I generally think that putting it into text box is probably the best option. So I hope that's helped. If it has, please subscribe and have a great day.